Fed cuts 50 basis points. Artie Hayes predicts a market crash. And the Donald buys a burger using the Bitcoin. Things are heating up. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning TA. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the wind's blowing. All the humble opinion of this piano Zamboni Reagan. The FOMO index has jumped up to 49 from yesterday's 45. Bitcoin dominance is 57.1%. 24-hour volume is 96 billion. The overall market cap, 2.14 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, the first Fed cut in 4 years happened yesterday, and it was almost a huge burger de nada. Almost. After old Scotch on the Rocks booze breath Jerry Pow Pow announced the cut, the market quickly dipped down to the 20 moving average, then exploded up, then came right back down, then exploded up again, peaking out at 62.5, and has simmered down to a time of production. 62.1, placing us above all three moving averages and closing some candles in our old channel of eternal monotony. Now, since we started the summer bummer back in June, this channel has been more of a pass-through channel, meaning we either rip up or down through it, but generally don't spend a lot of time in it. Is that a data alert? Yes, it is. Seems we do have some slight bearish divergence on both the MACD and the RSI, as price action has made higher highs while both indicators have made lower highs. It's slight. And on the 4-hour chart, so it may not be something, but she sure ain't nothing. Let's hope she's nothing. And we do rip through this channel and retest its resistance up at 4-ish. Now overrun the ding dong. You can see we did get that elusive candle close up and over this channel's resistance, and are in the midst of carving out our third green candle in a row. Now we have officially broken up and out of our cute little cup and handle pattern, which does have a price probability play out of 67K-ish. But we have to get up and over the 200 moving average at 4.4-ish. This channel we are in now is the area we've spent most of our time in since we hit all-time highs, opposed to the 4-hour charts channel that we usually rip through. And to put it into perspective, we would break out of our 4-hour charts channel at the 200 moving average, or 4.4-ish, which is only a 3.5% hop, skip, and a pump from here. So the charts are lining up real proper-like. We have confluent price markers over multiple timelines, and it seems the macroeconomic background is somewhat in our tailwindian favor, and not to put a huge McJinx on all that is good and bullish. But September, which is historically the worst month of the year for Bitcoin, is currently up 5%. Now, and I say if we close the month at or above that elusive siggity 4.4-ish level, we will carve out a September monthly bullish engulfing candle, which is about the most bullish monthly signal we could ask for, heading into walk down the street like John Travolta and staying alive-tober. Would you look at that, my friends? The sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth. A day none of us are guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days. Yeah, we're lucky enough to have anyway, so get out there and knock 'em dead. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leaders. That's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee. Join me for a quick one, and by all means, sing it with me now. Run the banks of boom dash bang. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey, whoa. Cha-cha-cha-ching. That took a while. Sometimes when I think about Michael Saylor and all the Bitcoin he's got, all the digital real estate in Manhattan he's acquired, there's a couple things that run through my mind. First, he could, the way things are going now, maybe not. Yeah. The way things are going now, and holy smokes, Bobby Freeman. Good to see you. It's been a while. Hope everything's good. The way things are going, Michael Saylor could, in a weird way, become a Satoshi of sorts. What has he got? 250,000 Bitcoin right now? A quarter? Do I have those numbers right? Or am I mixing numbers? I think he has 250,000. And when I say it, it sounds crazy. Like it's like, you can't have 250,000. But there's a good chance that he can become a Satoshi. And this is what it can go two ways, right? So I'm pretty sure he has no offspring or wife. So his legacy, his Bitcoin legacy, either does one of two things. It becomes some sort of trust where he, Squeaky McGee, 180 Degrees, Johnny December, Terry Crow, Bobby Freeman. This book's a real crazy book. I got the link in the description. It'll get, there's no audiobook. You just got to get it. But you got to get it because I don't know if it's going to be around, actually. That's why you buy these books. I don't know if they're going to be around. So his legacy of Bitcoin goes into a trust, 63K. Cha-ching. It goes into a trust, and maybe it's at that point it becomes human to the point, to this, in the sense that there's, humans running that trust. It's not, maybe by the time that happens, there's a bunch of smart if this, then that, smart contracts that kick into gear. But so that's one thing. That's still bullish for Bitcoin if it goes into a trust. The only caveat is the humans, right? So you never know if there's a couple of smarty pants in there. It's like, well, now that Michael's gone, maybe we should cash some of these out. Human fear and greed. But the other scenario is that he legitimately becomes a Satoshi and he just destroys the Bitcoin. Imagine what that does to the price of Bitcoin. Let's say he's at $1 million. So if he's at 250, which I don't know if he is, because it sounds so huge. It's like, hey, he can't be at 250K in Bitcoin. Maybe he is. He gets to $1 million, he becomes a living Satoshi. He could imagine if he destroys those Bitcoins, just like Satoshi, that's 2 million. That's 10% roughly of the entire Bitcoin supply that will never be realized. Yeah, assuming that Satoshi, isn't the CIA or something like that, right? And he comes out all of a sudden, hey, I'm back, right? That would be very bizarre for that to happen. But it's just so crazy when you think about his journey, Michael Saylor's journey, and where it is now. And he's, we always think that when we're in like the moment, this bull run, that this is, the craziest it'll get. This is the craziest it'll be. When, back then, in 2020, we thought that was insane. This is the craziest. And he was just revving up, buying. And so I think when you depart from the concept of fiat value into the scarcity realization of how this is the most scarce sound asset we may have ever found ourselves up against. 63.1 looks like we're in a little bit of a pump. Jimmy Cocos, you've got to find a way. Say what you want to say. Brag out. 63.2. Hey, maybe we get to that elusive 64.4 I've been droning on and on about ad nauseum for weeks now. It's true, that's 64. This is the good news, bad news about 64.4. As bullish as it is in a recovery aspects, it's really just where we got to be. Like, let's, just to put it into perspective. Look at that. We're, haven't been in a healthy little pump like this for a long time. Max power, siggity one. It's been a long time since I did the auction. That's a good sign that the economy is not too great here in Manitoba. So look at this, following my little doodle, my arbitrary doodle, almost to a T. This is the 200 moving average. I mean, it's boring now how many times I've been talking about the 200 moving average. But that's where we got to be. And so, as anticlimactic as it may be, it is, because we are in a bullish uptrend. Three hella green candles in a row. That's bullish. It just takes us to a kind of zero. Not to be a downer at this bullish party, but we have to be over the 200 moving average. That is our baseline for where we got to be. Bobby Freeman is going. A whole new group of students sign up for the channel. Awesome, yeah. The steward of subs, Bobby Freeman. One of your students from Miami, I think. I still see her all the time. I can't remember her name. Cannot remember her name. Sometimes I feel like this channel should just be a live isolated video vocals channel. Those little shorts get more views than anything I've ever put out. They're like the subscriber trolling boat, just kind of moves along the shore, put subscribers on, and then all of a sudden they tune into this, and it's like, this isn't live vocal isolation. So the 200 moving average, as boring as that sounds, that is our zero point. This is when we are like, yeah, we got to be here. This is where we got to be. It's basically zero. Underneath it is still buy opportunities in the scheme of a healthy bull run, whatever that is, wherever we may be. 63.2, look at that. Let's go. 64.4 is where we got to be. Sneaky Pete, don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. Oh, I forgot to put Duke up here. I forgot to put Michael Saylor. I was talking about Michael Saylor, and he wasn't even there. How can you talk about Michael Saylor and not even put Michael Saylor on? There's Duke. 63.1. How far are we away from that elusive 64.4? 2%. 2%. It's nothing, Mikey. It's nothing. 2%, and we are there. Perfect. Now, this is the crazy part about this monthly chart. This is September's candle. Hey, I thought you said September's the worst. I didn't want to do a McJinx, right? We don't want to McJinx September. This is one of the most healthy September candles. It's a 5%. Well, we're bigger than 5% now because we just had a little bit of a pump. Is it 5.5 skis? Let's see. 7% September candle. Hey, let's do some historical norm research here. Let's go back to September's and find out what the biggest September candle ever was. That's October. This is September. Last September we had a green candle too. See how big it was. Candle to candle, candle closed to candle open. We don't care about these drunken 30-year-old birthday girl wicks in the corner crying. Those are just the wicks. Nobody cares about them. Except for the wicks. We all care about the wick and wick's wife here. What was this? This was look, not even a 4% pump last September. That was a green candle. And then holy smokes, look at October. Walking down the street like you're John Travolta and staying alive, Tober. Let's go back to another September. Red candle. September. Did I miss it? Red candle. This is the old bull run. This is getting a little messy here. Sorry about that, folks. September, red candle. Okay, so it's been a while. There's a September. Wow, it's hard to find a green candle. September. December? Did I miss one? No. Yeah, here's one. Yeah, so anyway, they're all red is the long and short of it. And when we are green, the last one, which was last year, wow, that'd be weird. 2 green candles in a row. That'll change everything as far as people's sentiment goes. Last year, 4%, not even. So we're getting if we get a 7%, so if we get to 64.4 and we close, this is probably one of the most bullish setups I think I've ever seen, God damn it. Because if you think about it, when was the last time we saw a bearish engulfing candle right here? That's a bearish engulfing candle. It engulfs the open and the close of the previous candle. It's an indicator of continued bearish momentum. And holy smokes, was it ever an indicator of continued bearish pressure? Sneaky pain, vaporizers, and good old BC. Thank you for the super chat. He says, give or take 100 million. Thank you very much for the super chat, Sneaky Pete. Over on BC. So what was I talking about? That's right. I was talking about bullish engulfing candle. We haven't had one in this. So wouldn't it make sense that as we break out into walking down the street like you're John Travolta and staying alive, Tober, to leave September with a bullish engulfing candle? That would be such a huge setup. And to get there, we have to get the elusive 64.4, which at this point is 2% away. So 2%, we get to a bullish engulfing candle, and then we bust into October. That would be possibly the greatest bull run setup for the next leg up as I think I've ever seen. I mean, when do we get a bullish engulfing candle in September? It's I would say that is probably unheard of. I'm going to go out on a limb and say we've never had a bullish engulfing candle coming out of September. And now I feel like I'm jinxing it a bit. I shouldn't really jinx it. Who is texting me right now during the live stream? Do they not know that from 4 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., I am immersed in a Bitcoin video production and live stream? I don't think there's a little background music there. You see that? That's right. Some of the old Volume tunes. I usually play the Volume, the band's called Volume because it's not copywritten on YouTube. All my other songs, when I put the album out to iTunes and whatever, they get a publisher and I get flagged for my own goddamn songs. What type of digital gulag do I live in where I am now copywriting? I'm now flagging my own videos using those songs. All the lucky Canadians. Bull Bitcoin, unbelievable. $20 in Bitcoin. All the lucky Americans, $15. You know, this is the thing. Most people in this channel, the boutique community, have already got their allocation to Bitcoin, which is amazing. So it's just buckle up, helmets on, blast off. That's for the bull run. But if you're new, you're coming in here in the next few months, you're probably going to need an exchange. Those are the exchanges that I would suggest. I just use Bull Bitcoin because I'm Canadian. And it goes straight to your cold storage. How great is that? Boom, boom. Terry Crow. Oh, I see what this is. Bitcoin is a swarm of cyber hornets serving the goddess of wisdom, feeding on the fire of truth, exponentially growing even smarter, faster, and stronger behind a wall of encrypted energy. Michael Saylor. And that's right, Michael Saylor, the goat and the potential new Satoshi. Wouldn't that be crazy? Michael, well, if you really think about it, his legacy will be Bitcoin in one form or fashion, right? Without a offspring or a wife to give it to, he will be left to. People will talk about Michael Saylor as maybe next to Satoshi or whoever came up with the magic Bitcoin, the magic internet money. People will be talking about Michael Saylor long after he's gone. And so they should. So here we are. Look at this. This is whenever I start thinking about how, it's not even on there. Come on, pianomattyb. Whenever I start thinking about this channel of like, this is the monthly chart, so it looks a little more rational. It's like, oh yeah, I can see what happened. Up, down, no big deal. But this is 5 months of insane bumping our heads, stubbing our toe, bumping our heads, stubbing our toe, bumping our heads, stubbing our toe, bumping our heads, stubbing our toe. Hi, buddy. How's it going? Good. Hop on. Oh, so let's watch. Let's not move the piano too much there. Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna play today, buddy? There, turning the piano for you. How about we do some more Billy Joel? Ooh, who doesn't love Billy Joel? Let's do a New York State of Mind. Gotta move over here. Let's go here. F.
Take it away, take a holiday. I've seen all the movie stars and the fence. I've seen all the movie stars and the fancy cars and the limousines. I'm up high in the Rockies, right on the Evergreens. I know I'm going, and I don't want to waste my time. I'm on a New York State of mind. Comes down, I'm just taking a greyhound on the Hudson River line. I'm on a New York State of mind. Mind, yeah, yeah. I'm on a New York State of mind.
What are you doing?
Is this snot? There is snot on the piano.
There's not snot. Get out of here.
There's snot on the piano. Dada sneezed on the piano.
Well, maybe I did sneeze on the piano. Well, you never know what's going to happen.
Make sure you like and subscribe and share this